Great season. We're just kind of pushing it here towards the end, but just want to brag on the boys a little bit tonight. It's really all about them. Got a lot of people we want to thank, but just overall, just an unbelievable season for model baseball. 28-6, region championship for the first time since before I was born. I think only Jeff was alive last time. It may be Wormy. But, and then Elite Eight as well. And really, you know, in all seriousness, really close to moving on. You know, love it if any of you followed that series as they went on. They lost at the very end of Game 3 to the state champions. So I think it needs to be mentioned that our boys did a fantastic job, and they're really as good as anybody in AA baseball. And just super proud of them, and we're going to get into more particulars as we go. But I wanted to thank all of you because everyone in this room does something to make the program operate. Really, it takes an army to run a good program, and there's so many people that pour into these kids, whether it be, and we are well fed this year. We ate well, whether you dropped off a meal or just, you know, spending your time driving to away games. We had people that went to away games that didn't even have kids on the team, and it's just a real blessing. I guess at the end, you know, I went to talk to the umpire at the end of Game 2, and I really had no idea there were that many people there. It was packed, just a fun atmosphere, and so many of you did a major part in that. I want to thank our assistant coaches. We have, y'all stand up, guys, wherever you're at. Y'all are already standing. Already standing, man.
There's standing room on the
ready to go.
This is like Game 3, man.
It's the blonde hair.
I'm real blessed. Okay, your boys are blessed. We have unbelievable baseball guys. They know baseball. They can coach any position, but they're good men. They're there for your boys anytime you know they need them, and I'm just real thankful for what they do. A lot of times, I've been on the assistant side too, and you know, a lot of times, well, we won't get into the pay for that side, but it can be a thankless job sometimes, and that tells you the kind of men they are because they're willing to do whatever. They're there late, they're there early, but I just really appreciate them. If we could give them a round of applause, I appreciate it. I also want to thank the wives, and I'm going to make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. The coaches' wives, if y'all would stand up for a minute. Come on in, stand up. You be the first one. Rachel, stand up. Erica's in the back. Y'all be sure to thank them too, because and I know it's this way at my house. They're single moms for January to whenever we're done, and they pick up a lot of the slack, and they see it as a blessing. I know that, to be around the boys. And so it's, you know, we couldn't do it without the support at home. And we're very thankful for that. I know Katie and Breanne couldn't be here, but if you see them, also just let them know how much you appreciate it. And I also want our dugout club officers to stand up. They're already standing too. Jeff's got his speech ready for whenever you're ready. But no, I mean, they do so much behind the scenes. They have to deal with me and the constant texting. But, you know, our dugout club officers work really hard. It's a second job. It really is. And poor Emily, she works in the same building with me, so I bother her all day. She can't get away. But, you know, I'm real thankful for what all they do. I wanted to thank the Yarboroughs and the Clarks. Y'all give them a round of applause. They don't have to be there either. And, you know, everywhere else I've ever been, parents kind of rotate through, taking a turn. That is an enormous blessing that they, you know, take that off everyone's plate, and we appreciate it. I know it's not just game time, it's the coordinating of the grocery shopping and all that, and we appreciate you. We got a little gift for y'all too. I'll keep talking. Also, I don't think Ryan and Brian are here, but they did a great job running the music at the games this year. You know, just a great atmosphere. It really adds to how fun the games are. We had countless guys. Werner came and cooked. We had guys there cooking and grilling. We do have the best concession stand in Northwest Georgia, as I think we announced multiple times during the game. Also wanted to thank the Brew Crew. Raise your hand, Brew Crew. I don't know where they got that name from, but the three founding members. Where's Rodney? They show up all the time, and it's one project after another, and they're way more talented than I am, and so they can fix anything. And you got to have people like that on the program, in the program, and I just appreciate what you guys do. I know you work a long day and then come help too, and I really appreciate it. Also wanted to thank Ms. Brock, Jake, and Jacob Brock. They run our social media. Jacob, very skilled at graphics, and I mean it just went to a different level the past 2 years, and I appreciate that. It's another thing.
You're a nerd.
What? Well, you did great. You did great. But yeah, that's another way to promote our program. And I want to thank our administrators. We've got great administration that support all athletics. But you know, in other places I've been, baseball is not quite a revenue driving sport, so it kind of gets pushed to the back. And I've never felt for 1 minute that baseball wasn't important to them. And they support our kids. They love them. They encourage them. They're at the games. We're just real blessed. We got a good thing going, and hopefully continue. I'm gonna turn it over. I'm not gonna talk real long. I know I can be long-winded, but I'm gonna turn it over to Coach Winton, and then we'll start kind of presenting the certificates.
All right, I'm going to introduce the 8th and 9th grade guys that played with us this year. So let's ask them to stand as we call their name, Jaden Brown. Jaden's one of our 8th graders. All these guys will be 8th graders at first. Jaden played the catcher for us, a little bit of outfield. Connor Huffman. Connor was a middle infielder for us. Y'all keep standing. Yeah, come stand. Guys did a great job. This guy's on the JV too, had a great year. So they got a chance to be around the varsity guys every day. Learned a lot, especially from our older guys, and not just about how to play the game, but how to approach the game, how to be a leader, just how to have a great atmosphere and chemistry. So these guys learned a lot from these older guys, and when they're in that spot as juniors and seniors, and we have that kind of success, it's going to be because of the foundation that these guys laid. So we really appreciate them, and it was a lot of fun to be a part of that. John Miles Mason played center field for us, led off a lot most of the year, pitched a little bit. Played a little third base, I think. He'll play every position in one game if you'll let him. He'd love to do it, sometimes all at the same time. Braden Mayo, first base and outfield, pitched for us. Wore a lot of hats for us in that regard. Is Bryson here? Junkin? Okay. Jack Wilkes. Jack played outfield for us. And we're finding out playing against him in summer ball. He pitches a little bit too, so he'll be on the mound for us next year, so that's good. Jonah Winton. Jonah played middle infield for us this year. So, is that everybody? All right, so that's our 8th grade, so let's give them a hand. There aren't many high schools where an 8th grade group gets to come up and play with those guys. So, so it's really a great opportunity for them, great experience for them. And so they really made a huge jump this year, and I think it's because, again, they got to be around these older guys, and Coach Patch and Coach White and Coach Story and Coach Chastain, and just able to be around them and just kind of see what a really good program looks like. For our 9th graders, a bunch of freshman guys, this is going to be a really great class for Model High School. We're proud of these guys. Sam Brownlow, where's Sam? Sam played 3rd base for us. Ryan Camp. Ryan was our catcher this year, did a great job. If you need him to back into a parking place, he's your guy too, by the way. We just saw him do that a minute ago. That was awesome. Cooper Dean. So Coop started the year as JV with a chance to kind of get up on varsity and be on the team, and he ended up being the starting left fielder for us, so he did a great job. Also plays middle infield as well. Hudson Leimer played 2nd for us, pitched for us, played 1st for us, and led the JV team with a 500 batting average this year. Did a great job. Caden Oswald played left field for us and pitched some for us too. Did a great job. And then Jared Terhune. Jared was also, like Cooper, a guy that started out JV with a chance to play some varsity. Ended up playing quite a bit on varsity too, so he did a great job. He played first base on varsity mostly, and then when we were lucky enough for him to play with us, he was middle infield, played a little bit of first base, and pitched some. So these are 8th and 9th graders. So let's give them a hand. I know.
All right, guys, I'm going to introduce our sophomore class. This is our smallest class, but these are going to be 3 really good guys, really great program guys. These 3 don't always say a whole lot, anything like that. You might not be the first to notice them, but they do a really good job of just showing up, working hard every single day. We're super proud of them, super excited for them as they become upperclassmen next year, see them take the next step and see what they can do. So we'll start with Winston Cash. Next we got Chance Minshew. Next we got Carter Willer. Like I said, these are 3 guys that just work hard every single day. Super proud of them, what they do for our program. So let's give them a round of applause.
All right, guys, I got the junior class. I'm going to call them up here one at a time before I say anything about them, okay? The first one is Jace Armstrong. Frank Curry. Brant Pace. Dylan Silver. And Drake Swagger. All right, so we're losing a whole lot of good leadership from the seniors, okay? But I feel like these guys are going to have some good hands. All right, they show up to work every day. They work hard. They're good guys. Parents should be proud of them. You raise excellent young men. Okay, they're good kids. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next year. All right, so please give a round of applause to your juniors.
Okay, I get the senior class, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing, call them all up at one time. Jake Ashley, catcher. Best handshake award, by the way. Jacob Brock. Go Dogs. Yeah, that's Landon Cantrell. Now everybody. I should have known better. Davis Chastain weighed in at 161 this morning. Congratulations. And Kyle Kessler. Yes. So one of the things we said, you know, where I told them after the Love It series was that you really can't measure what they've done for model baseball until down the road. This group of guys really set a standard. They bought into a different way of doing things. They all jumped on board. They worked very hard. They work well together. They get along well. And they've really set an example for not only our freshmen and our 8th graders, but our 7th graders, our 4th graders, and there's kids all over the ballpark now watching what they do. And they have really left a legacy and done things that haven't been done in a long time at Model. So we're very proud of them. They are leaving big shoes to fill, and I know without question that they're all going to be successful. Let's give them a round of applause. And they all get their jersey as well.
Oh, picture.
All on one time?
It's fine. You're fine.
We're gonna take a picture.
Okay. Who's Jeff?
Okay, I get to give out the Gold Glove Award. This award, make sure I read out the stats, they're impressive. This young man's an absolute pleasure to coach. He really enjoys practice. And you know how when you've been playing for a long time, not every day you want to be at practice, okay? He loves practice. He always brings a high energy. Oftentimes he coaches younger kids before we have a chance to. And that says a lot about his natural leadership qualities. I want to read out a few of his stats. Out of 36 total chances, he had a 972 fielding percentage with one error. One error. Plays third base, plays shortstop, can play anywhere, but also his pitching. He went 5-0 on the mound, 1 save, 2.45 ERA, 43 strikeouts, and really in the playoffs, 1 earned run and 3 starts, I believe. So, our back was against the wall. After game 1, he came in and was lights out. Jace Armstrong. Great.
That comment you got?
All right, Coach Story.
All right, I'm giving out the Silver Slugger Award. This goes to best offensive player, not just hit, but really just offense as a whole. So that's all offensive stats, and really just being a guy who's tough to pitch to, a tough out, and just all parts of hitting an offense. Reading off a couple stats, his average was a 375. Slugging percentage was 716, which is one of the highest ones we had on the team. Led the team with 11 doubles and then five home runs, 25 RBIs, and his on base percentage, which is a big part of being an offensive player, especially in high school, was 533. So that was really good. This award goes to Jake Ashley.
All right, I'm giving out the Pitcher of the Year award.
In 10 games, this kid went 7-0 at a 1.46 ERA, the lowest on the team. Walked 12 guys, gave up 8 earned runs, struck out 32. He may not have struck out the most, but he pitched a weak contact. He also had a 70% first pitch strike ratio or percentage. And he also batted a 500 on the year with a double.
Why didn't he get Silver Slugger?
All right, I'm giving out the Coach York Award. All right, this is the only award that is not voted on by players. All right, this is voted on by the coaches. Any upperclassman is eligible for it, and we had a lot of deserving candidates this year. Hold on, I had to write down what it stands for. Hold on. This is for being a team player, working hard every day, and showing good leadership, which could be said about every upperclassman we have. All right, but this year we voted on Jacob Brock as the and this award comes from the $500 scholarship compliments of Miss Teresa York. Unless you're going to Tennessee and then you don't get it.
Hold it where I can see it.
This is gonna take long.
Yeah, it is. Okay. You get it right. Yeah, do it right the first time.
Mom, I got a scholarship.
Brock, let me take one, baby.
Okay, the MVP this year showed unreal leadership. He did everything for us. He hit at the top of the order. He pitched. He plays a premium defensive position. He's just, I can tell I've been doing this 20 years. He's one of the best leaders I've ever had. And I mean that wholeheartedly. That gets thrown around a lot, but he did so much for us this year. He picks on me relentlessly, but I still love him. I'm going to read you out a couple stats. Offense, 478 average, 625 on base, 821 slugging, 32 hits, 6 doubles, 4 triples, 3 home runs, plus that's regular season, plus 1 in the playoffs, 15 RBIs, struck out 88 people in 39 innings. I mean, you do the math, that's very impressive. 1.7 ERA, 6-2 record, and 137 batting average against. So just an outstanding season. He's going on to play at Georgia State. Davis Chastain.
wasn't sure you were gonna get one. No, it's by yourself. No, we gotta be thugged now.
Ready? Okay.
No. Want to get it?
Mandy, look.
Oh, no, I'll move.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah, that's good. You have somewhere to be?
Yeah.
Okay, at this time, we're going to recognize the all-region winners. So I'll call them up, kind of get a picture of each team, and then let them sit down so we can make room for the next team. This young man grew up tremendously in 2 years. He gets as good a read on a fly ball as anybody. Plays very good defense, had a huge couple series in the playoffs. Just really proud of how he developed over time. Landon Cantrell, secretary. Next young man was second team all-region DH. Drake, come on up.
Yes, sir.
Drake's hair turned out the best out of everybody's. Drake is just a tireless worker. He's not going to say a whole lot, okay? And he probably doesn't like that I'm bragging on him in front of everybody, but that's just how humble he is as a kid, okay? He works very hard. If I crawl on him a little bit, it's yes, sir, and he goes right back to work. He doesn't pout about it. He's been raised well at home, and we're looking forward to big things next year, Drake. Second team, Brant Pace. Another high character guy, always comes to work every day. His hair turned out okay. It's pretty sharp. His girlfriend hated it though, right? But no, he got better and better at the plate every week. Continually moved up the lineup, had several clutch hits for us throughout the season. Second team infielder Dylan Silver. Dylan's an excellent leader for us, plays second base. He'll play anywhere you put him on defense. He's one of the last guys to leave every day, okay? And oftentimes he's the one cleaning up after everybody when everybody leaves, because that's the kind of kid he is. He's excellent leadership qualities. He'll get on somebody if they need it, but really, really improved throughout the year and very deserving of this. Y'all want to get a picture of them, and we'll get the first team.
Look at me first. Okay. Oh, ready? Okay.
Okay, we already bragged on most of this group, so I'll keep it short and sweet, but these are our first team recipients. The 7AA Defensive Player of the Year, Jace Armstrong. First team All-Region, Jake Ashley. First team All-Region, Jacob Brock, infielder. First team All-Region pitcher, Frank Curry. 7AA Player of the Year, Davis Chastain.
Okay, ready? Okay. We're getting it down
Okay, so one thing that we did this year that I really think helped us as an offensive team is we really focused on the quality of bat. In other words, you know, when you're up there, did you have a competitive at bat with 2 strikes and put a ball in play? Did you move a base runner? Did you, you know, and then it was kind of like a plus-minus system and a point system. This really sounds complicated, but it's really not. And so we posted that every week, and we just told guys, if you have over 100 points, that's an outstanding season. At the end of, you know, 30, 40 games, if you have 100 points, it's a great, great year. And so we wanted to recognize those guys because that was buying into a different philosophy, whereas if you watch, you know, the MLB Network, they're highlighting the home run every time, okay? And we love home runs, don't get me wrong. I love those. But it's the little things that may not show up in the box score that matter too. So these guys had over 100 points. I'm just going to read out their points and let you get a shot at them. Chase Armstrong, 120 points. Jake Ashley, 128.5. Jacob Brock, 140.5. And with 154 points, Davis Chastain.
Ready? Okay.
Okay, that kind of concludes the awards portion. Just let me say again how big of a blessing your kids are to me personally and our coaching staff. I can tell you they bless us far more than we bless them.